Don't ask what my thought process was for this. I just felt like it, okay? I wasn't rushing, I was just rushing in. I forgot sunscreen.
Right, let's see if Natalie's coffee broke. Ah, what do you know? Of course she has.
Anyway,
I just know everything.
I'm making a My Little Pony video. Cat, get out of my room. Girl, my cat is in my room, and he's not supposed to be there. Open up your eyes. Look at the world from where I stand. So I don't know how to add frames. Oh, my cat. Go away, kitty, or lay down. Either go away or lay down. You have two options. Do one of each. You do either. Go away or lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Go to sleep. I see your baby crying. I'll make them stop. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, little baby. Open up your eyes. Look at the world from where I stand.
Shut up, bird. Sorry about that. Jokes aside, who's actually producing these glass purses? Is there an actual marketplace?
How do you select a color? What's this?
I don't feel like I'm in Starbucks right now. Is this like a pumpkin spice latte water of the day or something?
And pineapple flavor. The color looked a little too girly for him.
Forget girly. He's going to walk to school holding what looks like an alcoholic cocktail in a bag.
So I added some red food coloring to make it look like a little more fruit punch-ish.
It looks even more like a cocktail now.
Open up your eyes. Look at the world from where I stand.
We better hope he's walking as well and not getting a bus.
And then I added the straw for the final touch.
So at least he's got a straw and he doesn't have to sort of tip it up like that just to drink out of it.
He will keep this on his desk throughout the day.
Right, if you're still in school, let me know what your teachers would do if they saw that on your desk. Because I know at my school they would have just chucked that straight in the bin.
And carry it to and from on the bus.
On the bus? Can you imagine him carrying that to school on the school bus?
One.
I ain't holding that mirror for you. What the hell are you wearing? She said yes, she said yes. Why did she say yes? They're not being paid to hold John's mirrors. Imagine going to work that day thinking, I wonder what the worst thing that can happen today is. And then she turns up wearing that orange rug on her head and saying, can you hold this gigantic roadside mirror for me, please? Oh my God, can we stop doing this to fast food workers, please? You just drive off now. She's stuck holding a massive mirror. And she can't drop it because if she drops it, it smashes and it's bad luck. She can't really bring it inside because there's no room and they're cooking hamburgers and french fries. Bop, bop, hop, hop the hell off my For You page and leave me alone, please.
I love Lucy, guys.
You removed the toilet roll. I've seen like 10 of these videos recently where people pretend that the first thing they do when they go into a hotel room is remove the only source of wiping their butt they have. Why would you do that? I don't know. Ask her. Hey, you're in Jurassic World. Please don't be another toilet donut. Hey! Since when did sealing the toilet roll provide safety? If you stay at a good enough hotel, they do that for you already. Oh, how I waste my time. You didn't tear it properly. Sorry. I know I always point out these things. Look, it's my... Pause. No, you should make the pause symbol. I'm in a bit of trouble there, are we? Nether portal. Let's find some blaze rods. I'm in a bit of trouble there. You could have just used scissors. Why have we ruined our nether portal? nurses draw all over the hotel mirror and green marker pen. You've been a baby your whole life at this rate. The amount of times they play the same song on every single one of these videos. I mean, you know what flashback I'm going to do, don't you? If you're wrong, I'm going to do it again. It's an even thicker marker now. She's really having trouble with the tape, isn't she? Take me back to the nether. What? You want me to boil this? Yes. Why? Oh, never mind that. We're boiling the whole cutlery tray. Time to boil your buns. That was a really bad joke. I'm sorry, darling. Oh, thanks, God. Not more foil balls. Jimmy Congo. Every episode.
Every day I'm shuffling. Okay, found a good brush.
It's much more fun to know. Oh, we're doing something. Are you going to tell me what you did? Don't think so.
Tung, 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 tung. So, what the hell am I singing?
Just slow then. Now it's just the time to
Hope
take the
guys,
cutlery out.
I'm gonna watch an actual Lucy video because I don't want to watch no more compilations. They always have weird Indian movies at the end. Night. Funky Funky posted an hour-long video 9 hours ago. I gotta watch it now.
Available right now for my first ever comedy tour. That's right, I'm hitting the road and bringing this funky show to a city near you. This will be the most experimental show I've ever done. An hour of brand new material with musical numbers and
What
personal
is
stories
this?
I've never posted before.
What's wrong with American schools? This is an hour-long video. Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, class, listen up. Okay, class, as you know, we're going to be doing some popcorn reading today. So let's get our books out, and let's start with you. Oh, I guess I misunderstood what was going on here. Okay. The fox jumped over the lazy dog. I have no clue what this says, and you confiscated my emotional support vape. So do you want me to throw the chair now or later? Crazy thing, guys, totally forgot we're actually watching a movie again today. I don't know how that slipped my mind. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Also, no, I will not be rendering because out of gas.
Sorry, Blake. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche. This sentence was presented by a student to his classmates in a TikTok that has since gone viral because they couldn't read it. She wore a full clothes that were extraordinary.
Right.
That was like torture?
She wore a outlet of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro.
She wore a... Oh, contrary to the opinions of the comment section, gauche is not this completely antiquated term that you have to blow the dust off of the papyrus scroll to read. It is probably rare for a high schooler to come in contact with it, though. It's also French in origin, and those guys... What do they know about spelling? Silhouette is a middle school level word. This vocabulary list published by DataWorks mentions it being introduced by 6th grade. But it is
How do you make an animation on here? Like, how do you add a
My
frame?
God, will someone take the letters away from them? I mean, seriously, usually you have to buy a vowel, so I can only assume they got some buy one, get one free kind of deal. Extraordinary,
It's like
though.
3D animation. I don't want to do that.
People are pointing out that the sentence is awkwardly worded. To be fair, the student who wrote it is also going to the same school, so...
Open up your eyes.
Also, the structure of a sentence
See the world from where
she photosynthesized bioluminescent prestidigitation anachronistically. That's meaningless syllable salad. But it shouldn't matter. The student presented another note card for his peers to read in a follow-up video.
What the does that say? Why am I reading this? No, I'm not reading this.
A colonel asked the choir to accommodate the governor's schedule. What does that mean? I don't know.
Right? They ask the people to sing for the governor's schedule. I don't know what this means.
This is more a reading comprehension challenge. Forget the students. Once again, I am more concerned about the comment section. Answer: the colonel would like the governor to make time for the choir in his timetable for the day, so he asked him. No bars. Okay, I mean, you're so close, King. You're so close. You're almost there. No, he asked the choir to change their schedule to fit the governor's. In your own words, it literally means what it says. What does this mean, in your own words? Like it's not the most literal, straightforward sentence ever. I mean, it is really self-explanatory. Really a situation of the pot calling the kettle illiterate. Inappropriate rewording could be something as simple as there's a military officer and he's asking the choir if they can show up at a time that works for the governor because the governor's got stuff going on. Specifically butt stuff at a clothing optional gathering where everyone is wearing bedazzled masks. Sorry, I exercise a little bit of creative liberty there. I kind of just assume that's what all politicians do in their free time.
It's time you learned a lesson. It's time that you understand. Don't ever count on any. It's time you learned a lesson. It's time that you understand. Don't ever count on any. It's time you learned a lesson.
It's not my fault, you guys.
It's time that you understand. Don't ever count on any. It's time you learned a lesson.
I'm pretty sure they're still minors, but also because they are not the culprits here. One kid not knowing how to read at an age-appropriate level, okay, maybe we take out the dunce cap, but several at the same school? This indicates something systemic. These TikToks were filmed at the Preparatory Charter School of Mathematics, Science, Technology, and Careers in Philadelphia. In their defense, they didn't call themselves the Preparatory Charter School of Reading Sentences Good. The student left a comment on this second video saying there was actually one person that got it right in the next video I was going to post, but the school board is starting to threaten me with losing my graduation and not going to prom and even expel me, so I don't think I can post it, which quickly started to circulate online. But according to the Philadelphia Inquirer, the school denies this, saying that the videos posted were misleading and unfair, but that the student in question is not.
I'm confused, okay? I've never been on this before.
12 total parts to this series, so maybe that is the case. Anytime someone is rewarded with views, the authenticity of their content does come into question, but the school also has a reason to be dishonest here. Charter schools are usually privately owned while siphoning off funds that public schools rely on. They try to distinguish themselves from public schools by claiming to offer a higher standard of education and more individualized learning, despite often not requiring teachers to be certified. Guerrilla journalism like this, exposing their prestigious program to be a flop, could really shake things up in the teacher's lounge. The article goes on to point out, on Pennsylvania state assessments in the 2024-25 school year, 46.5% of students at the school scored proficient in English language arts, compared to nearly 50% statewide. Regardless of who's telling the truth, the reaction to these clips and the conversations they've accelerated are far more interesting to me. The clips seem to confirm many of the fears I've seen expressed online about Gen Alpha and young Gen Z students. Are we facing generations of
Okay, but I really don't know what I'm doing here.
uneducated youth? Well, according to the many teachers and ex-teachers who have taken to the internet to share their testimonies, a distant, haunted look in their eyes like that of a Vietnam War veteran who just heard a car backfire a block away.
These kids cannot be quiet. They're not reading full books. They're not.
This year I had 3 kindergarten teachers quit the first week of school. And when you ask them why, it's behavior.
It is constant. Whether it's this or the tapping.
I put in my resignation. I am done.
These kids are mean. 6'7", 6'7".
every teacher wants every non-teacher to know from the bottom of our hearts, these kids. Each and every one of your kids.
Maybe. But before we continue, I'd like to take a second to talk about today's sponsor, which is very easy to read because it's only 2 syllables. Whatnot. You know what else is easy to read? Comic books. They're like the gateway books to reading. And you can also look at some really cool human-made art to detoxify your eyes from all of that, fruit, Love Island. Do people care about that anymore? Whatnot makes it easy for me to shop for comic books with their category tab, which allows me to filter live streams to find what I'm looking for. I've been a big Deadpool fan for over a decade, so obviously this cover of Deadpool giving Spider-Man a very platonic brotherly embrace was calling my name. Then I was able to snatch up these Ninja Turtle comics, Venom, Jurassic Park, what can I say? I love violence and reptiles. It's honestly really wholesome to just hop on in the evening and chat with random sellers. They're often small business owners or people literally selling stuff out of their bedrooms. I can ask if they have specific items and they respond in real time, thanking me for my purchases.
Awesome grab frog.
Use the QR code on screen or click the link in the description to get $15 off your first purchase anywhere on the app. There's so many comic books sitting in people's musty garages that could be on your shelf for that price or less. Plus, if you follow my account at FrogBaiter, you'll be entered to win $1,000 of Whatnot credit. With that kind of money, you could buy comic books that haven't been sitting in people's musty garages and are instead cocooned in plastic, safe from your Cheeto dust-covered fingertips. So sign up for Whatnot, give me a follow, and find out if you're the lucky winner 1 month from today. Even though the rest of us are kind of just now catching on, educators have been warning about a literacy crisis for years now, and it's playing out in disturbing ways in the classroom.
My students can't read. I struggle with being told that I have to focus on certain standards on grade level tests when my kids are not reading grade level. You're going to give them a test with a text on it that they don't understand, so they're not going to attempt it because then that makes them feel a specific type of way. Do I push them and try to get them to understand grade level tests, or do I come kind of down to their level and try to show them the standards on a text they do understand? Like, is that a possibility?
Students being graded on a test that they can't even read? That's like entering a fishing competition without a fishing pole, a race without shoes, or any number of other increasingly ridiculous scenarios that could be used for illustrative purposes. I wanted to dig deeper here, so I reached out to some people with teaching experience.
Okay, anyway, I was going to